pretty colorful run, and a little
awesome
cloudy,
story.
but
Yeah,
nice out.
Yeah.
It
Yesterday
looks
we
so
had the
pretty.
Saturday, 2 Saturdays in a row. Saturday goes, really nice. And we think maybe we turned a corner. Then Sunday we're back to reality.
Exactly.
So I like the marine there personally, but I know some people are getting a little tired of it. And there it is again. I still think it looks beautiful. We can't see the mountains. I get it, but and it's a little cold out there. But it is what it is. It's June, and currently 64 degrees, very overcast. You can see your sunrise and sunset times at the bottom of the screen, getting closer to the first day of summer, which is in about 15 days or so. And there it is, a bit of a hit in Paso Robles, minus 10 degrees from this time yesterday. And your highs today along the beaches, not a big change. A few areas actually just kind of holding their own. A few areas dropping maybe a degree or two, but Paso Robles, you did step back a few degrees from this time yesterday, quite dramatically, about 10 degrees, but your afternoon high was just a few degrees off of what it was from Saturday to Sunday. And currently seeing some 60s out there, a few 50s though, close to the ocean, and a couple of 80s as you get farther away from the ocean influence. Wind is mostly out of the northwest. For the most part, it's not really any big shocks to the system. Last night we did have a pretty good north wind that helped to gouge out the marine there. It looks like now, as long as you keep that westerly component, that likely will not happen. Look how dry it is inland. Look how wet it is out toward the coastline. That is definitely a telltale sign of a solid spring fog maker, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Unfortunately, there's good and bad news when we look across the country right now. This part of the world right here, your panhandle states, and then up through Kansas, Nebraska, desperate for rain. They're getting a lot of severe weather right now, and it's that time of year when you can. Unfortunately, though, the severe part is where they might get some strong winds out of that. So Tornado Alley right now living up to its moniker for sure. But again, they need the rain desperately. They just would hopefully like to get rid of the wind. I know there has been some reports of tornadoes already. Solid fog bank up and down the entire west coast. Now when we get a little closer, this is the interesting part. We'll hold on to the marine there, but there are some active weather chances that get into our forecast. So let's get right to the Futurecast, and this is exactly what we're looking at right here. I'll go ahead and stop it. Rain mainly to the north, clouds to the south with the fog, but then watch what happens as we get to late Monday. Slight chances start to pop in, and the computer is actually kind of bullish on a decent chance as we go through Tuesday morning into the afternoon. You can see the low kind of pinwheeling like that, and a lot of moisture out there trying to get into the Santa Barbara Channel, but it looks like for sure northwest of Point Conception, that would be from right about here and up. Good chances for some measurable rain, but the computer, as I was saying, a little bullish on the chances for some inland thunder. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye on that. I showed you at the break just a minute ago or so, rain chances south of Point Conception, pretty minimal. That might be from some drizzle tomorrow morning and as well Tuesday morning. Above that, though, look at that north and west. We actually see some legitimate chances for rain. Now, at the lower levels, we'll look at the fog, which of course we know is going nowhere fast. Now watch Monday, really socked in. Tuesday, it's interesting, the marine layer thins out, and that's because we see more clouds coming at the mid and upper levels, which helps to sort of dissipate and blow the fog out. But in the meantime, though, we still stay cloudy and of course with the chances for rain. So now we'll go ahead and look at temperatures, and staying cool to mild, 50s and 60s as we go into the overnight, 40s, and then as we head into the afternoon for Monday, look at this, we don't go very warm at all. A few 70s pop up, so we're dropping inland areas, and then we go from that to Tuesday, and we expect to see even further cooling for many areas going back into the 60s. Maybe we'll get a 70, otherwise solid 60s at best for our inland areas, which really tells you how cool we've been and continue to be. So again, tomorrow, chances for sprinkles in the morning with some variable patchy drizzle here and there. Afternoon, as you go farther north and west, take that drizzle in the morning and replace it with a chance for rain, maybe thunder as we head into the afternoon hours back into Ventura County. Likely the rain chances get pretty minimal as you head farther south, but drizzle for the morning hours with the marine there is definitely a possibility. And as a little south swell coming up out of the southern hemisphere today, made for some fun waves here and there. Quick look at your 7-day forecast, and there it is, slight chances through Tuesday for Santa Barbara. The fog does not really want to go away. It looks like it might thin out a bit more aggressively as we head toward next weekend. And there it is, look at that, the chance for thunder. The computer said, let's put some thunderbolts on there, especially for areas north and west of Point Conception. And that would be for late Monday going into Tuesday, possibly lingering through Tuesday before we just kind of replace it with a marine layer forecast and pretty quiet weather through the remainder of the week. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
It was just a few seconds.